Maz Jobrani, welcome to Singapore, and it's a pleasure to have you with us and connected to India. All excited for your first ever show in Singapore?
I'm very excited. This is my first time ever in Singapore, and already what a beautiful city. Just got in today. We were driving from the airport to the hotel. I saw the Jewel, that amazing
fountain,
man-made waterfall.
Yes,
I wanted to get in there and just bathe.
Your show is called The Peaceful Warrior, right?
Yeah, The Peaceful Warrior tour.
Why not Messenger? Why Warrior?
Because I feel like with comedy you can send a message across that maybe it's got some deeper meanings, but do it with a laugh. Now in the States, as you know, we have a lot of political stuff with Trump and everything going on. So sometimes during my tour, there were some people in the audience would get upset when you would do jokes about Trump. And I had to remind them, I said, we live in America. We have the freedom to make fun of our leaders, whether it's Republican, Democrat, whatever it is. And a few times I got into a heated debate during the show, where to the point where people would say, hey, what happened to the comedy show? So then I realized, you know what, I need to tone it down. And if somebody is upset and is yelling at me, I try to just turn it around and just with a smile, I try to get through those moments and keep getting my message across.
So Maz, do you think it's important to localize your act as you go to different places, different countries?
Yeah, I think it's important to try to, at least the beginning of the show, localize the act, talk about your experiences you've been having in that country. I think people appreciate that because it shows that you're acknowledging them. And also, for me, it's important because it helps me actually learn a little bit about the country, because a lot of these countries I don't get a chance to spend a lot of time. So maybe I'll go on stage and I'll say, hey, I saw that fountain at the airport, you know, what's going on? Like, has anyone ever tried to swim in that? Like, what would happen if I swam in it? You know, it's almost like I'm doing research off of the stage.
Maz, you have been very vocal about the current tensions that are going on between Iran and the US. Does it bother you or scare you, if I may say so, that both the countries, it looks like they don't want to relent, and it kind of looks like a warlike situation is being created?
Yeah, you know, that goes back to the peaceful warrior, right? I've always been an advocate of peace, of diplomacy. And so even when America went to war with Iraq, and there was people marching in the streets, I went and marched because I was against the war. And in a similar situation here, you know, Iran is the country of my birth, but I've grown up in America now for, 40 years. And so I just don't want a war because I know that there will be a lot of lives, innocent lives lost. And I try as much as I can through my stand-up comedy, through some advocacy, to try and push for peace as much as I can. End of the day, though, again, you feel helpless because you go, no matter what I say or do, these two governments don't seem to be looking to find a resolution.
But does the immigrant tag ever go away?
I consider myself very American. I grew up in America, and the culture that I know is an American culture. Whether it's my first comedic influence was Eddie Murphy when I was a kid. I know American music. I know American movies. That's what I grew up with. And so, yes, I felt very comfortable as an American. But then when you see this backlash, the current backlash that's come under Trump, I ally myself with the immigrants to go, as much as I thought I was, past that title and I'm American, well, here we go. Now you're telling us again, you're doing a travel ban to ban Iranian Americans, Syrians, all these people from coming.
Yeah.
I think that unfortunately the immigrant title does not go.
We don't have such issues here in Singapore because, we believe in inclusiveness, diversity is big here.
Yeah.
But we have a bigger challenge, and that's to make Singaporeans laugh.
Yes.
I don't know if you've done your research. They score quite down on the laughter index.
Yeah.
So what do you have up your sleeve for the Singaporeans laugh?
I don't know. It's funny. Yeah. I first of all, like I said, I love the diversity. And so I'm looking forward to that. I have faith in the audience that's going to be there, that they know how to laugh. So I'm hoping that the people that come to the show, please, people, laugh. I'm telling jokes. Don't take anything seriously. Just laugh. Whatever I say, laugh.
So not many people in this region might know, but you have a very strong Indian connection, as strong as it gets.
Yes.
Your better half is from India.
Absolutely.
And you make a lot of jokes about Indian accent.
Yes.
So you make a lot of fun about your father-in-law.
Yes.
How did that go initially at home? I'm sure it didn't go down well.
No, actually, it's interesting. So I married an Indian woman. She's from Kerala. She was born in Kerala, grew up in America. And then her parents obviously came later in life. And so the honest truth is, for whatever reason, I'm not a big impersonator. Like, I'm not someone who can do a lot of impersonations, but for whatever reason, I'm very good at doing her father's voice. It's the weirdest thing. And so you would think that he would take offense at it, but no, it's the exact opposite. He likes it when I talk about him. When he's at the show and I do his voice, he is loving it because he's saying, hey, he's talking about me. And recently, I haven't done a lot of my father-in-law, but I'm going to try right now to bring him back. So, first of all, his name is Vatachanikul Mani. So it's Dr. Mani. He's a dentist.
Okay.
And when he talks, it comes from here, and it's like this. And then when he sees you, he doesn't say nice to see you. He says nice to meet you, nice to meet you. And I say, sir, we've met before. He goes, yes, but every time I see you, it's like meeting you again. Nice to meet you. So it's got a very, it's up here. I don't know how or why. I don't know if it's from the south. I don't know why, but that's what he is. So that's his accent is like that. So there you go.
Maz, lastly, what's up on agenda in Singapore other than the act? Are you going to get into food because food is really big in Singapore? Some chicken rice, black pepper crab. What's on the agenda?
I'm doing any and all of it. You know, I mean, the good news is few things. First of all, the good news is I have my family with me. So they want to go see stuff, so I have to go see stuff. Second thing that's great is that we've now been on this side of the world for a little bit. So really our time change, because we were last in Melbourne. So it's only a 2-hour time difference. So I'm ready to see Singapore and experience it.
Oh, well, we are glad that you're awake and ready to see Singapore and make Singapore laugh.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Maz Jobrani. It was a pleasure talking to you, and all the best for your show.
Thank you very much. Thank you.